Heard.
So first thing I want to ask, do you like going by Taco or Brian?
Taco.
Taco? All right. Where's the nickname originate from?
Yeah, growing up when I was younger, just something my friends started calling me and it stuck. I've
Okay.
had it ever since.
Okay. And so what was your first introduction like into martial arts and then how did that translate into MMA?
Uh, Karate actually. When I was 3, my mom stuck me in karate, and then I started wrestling too. And after high school, I was just like, man, I still need something to do. I don't want to just like kind of not be able to compete and do nothing anymore. And I had a friend that had been doing it for a while, and he was like, "All right, I got you, bro." And he took me to my first gym, and never looked back after that.
So was that in North Carolina?
Virginia,
Virginia? What part of Virginia?
mhm. Richmond.
Oh, really? A lot of my family members they live over there. I used to live
Yeah,
in Hopewell.
yeah. When I seen your area code, I was like, "Oh."
Yeah.
I went to Thomas Dale.
Okay, okay. I had a lot of cousins. They actually went to what's it called? They went to Petersburg, a lot of them.
Yeah,
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 the trenches, you know.
yeah.
But I only lived
Mhm.
there for 5 or 6 years. My dad's in the army, so that's why I was in that area first place.
Fort Lee.
Yeah. And so what was your biggest or who was your biggest inspiration to get into MMA besides your friend?
Uh, Him and my cousins, so they were big UFC fans, so they actually introduced me further into it. And I always kind of been the wild child of my family, so they were like, "Yo, that definitely be something. Like, you probably could do that, bro. You should try it out." And I was like, "Yeah, I should." Definitely blame my cousins for this one.
Okay. And when you started watching UFC, who was your favorite fighter?
Mighty Mouse,
Mighty Mouse? Okay.
Mighty Mouse for sure.
Okay. For me, it was McGregor. I was whenever I ask somebody, I always think that they're gonna say McGregor. Whenever they say somebody else, I'm kind of surprised. So
Nah,
Mighty
Mighty
Mouse,
Mouse is like my idol.
yeah, you can't go wrong with him. He's skill wise, in my opinion, I'd say he's probably the best fighter ever. I don't know who you
Yep.
think is. You think
Him,
him?
especially for
Okay.
like the smaller weight classes and being small. It was like the first time I seen like somebody tiny. I was like, oh snap! Like, all right, so we can put on a show too. Bet.
Yeah, I think he has the best finish in UFC history. I think the
Oh, for
flying
sure.
armbar. Who was that? I
Mm-hmm.
don't remember who that was against, but
Ray Borg.
that's who was Rayborg. Yeah. So I saw you're a instructor at Carolina Combat. So I wanted to ask, do you prefer coaching or fighting more? Which one do you prefer?
Uh, Definitely fighting more, but I'm starting. I got to enjoy coaching. I got more into it from the time that I couldn't fight when I was away. So I definitely got deeper into coaching, and it's definitely rewarding because then you start to find more holes in yourself, and you start to pay more attention to the little details. So it helps you grow more and get out of your own comfort zone because you can add way more tools to your own game. Um, and it's just something about being able to help your own teammates and help the new people that come through that is satisfying, especially when that they have that light bulb moment and something works and they come and like tell you like it's definitely rewarding. But
Okay.
yeah, fighting you can't beat it, like you'll never be able to beat that feeling. So
Yeah, I can't relate, but I hear that the adrenaline and the feeling you get of winning your first fight is something you will never feel again. Is that true?
yeah, it's definitely true, especially from someone that like started winless.
Yeah. You
Yep.
had a solid amateur record though. I saw it was 7-4,
So yep, 7-5.
7-5. Okay. You're winning pro record though. That's all that matters, right?
That's right. That's right.
So what is it like? training and coaching with Shamik and Jonathan Martin.
Yeah, training with them hurts.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But you're never not prepared for whatever the fight gonna bring. It's never where you gonna go in there and be like, oh man, I don't know if I'm ready. Nah, you've been put in every worst possible situation you could be put in with those two. But it's also fun because we all have the minds to like break each other down too and come up with different solutions for things. So it's always fun to just pick each other's brains and get different perspectives. And because we all have different styles, we all find something that works for each other and something new. And we're like, oh man, like let's try that. Like that might work. Like, so it's fun.
Yeah.
It hurts, but it's fun all at the same time.
Okay. And so are they going to be in your corner in this upcoming fight?
Shamik, yes, but John's the main
He's
event.
fighting.
So
Oh, yeah.
mhm.
Yeah, I was watching his highlights. So if you had to say what your style is, because it was hard for me. I was trying to do research and watch some of your fights, and you haven't fought since 2019, I think. I was
Mhm.
trying to find them. What would you say your style is?
Back then, I was probably more of a grappler, grinder, get you down type of. Now it's wherever it happens is where it happens.
Okay. So would you say your grappling is your best tool that you have?
It used to be because I was so uncomfortable standing. So yeah, that's where it used to be. But as sport evolves, you got to evolve with it. So now it's probably that's what most people still think, but now it's a more of a like I said, wherever it goes, that's where it goes.
Okay. So what is it like getting back into that mode of fighting and your training camps and things like that from 2019? That's a long time. That's
Hmm.
7 years. What is it like getting back into that mode?
Ooh, it was hard at first. Like it was definitely a struggle, especially when everybody else, like in my weight class, has been grinding that entire time. So you feel like you get left in the dust a little bit. But once you find your stride, like once I found, the schedule and I started finding that groove again, like it started getting fun again. And then once the reflexes started coming back and once the eyesight and everything started coming back, that's when it was like, all right, game on. Like I can do this again. Like we good. And then when you got teammates that are on the doorstep of the next level and they're fast as all get out and they're not gonna let you slide, they're not gonna let you slack off or whatnot. It just makes it that much better and easier to get back to it.
Okay. And if you don't mind shedding a little bit of light, I was talking with Jason, the producer. Do you know him, Jason?
Yes, sir.
He was telling me that you actually had a battle with cancer. If you don't mind describing a little bit of the details of that.
Yeah, so that's what took me out for so long. Didn't know what was going on. I just knew I had some chest problems and felt like I could never really get a full breath. And finally, my doctor was like, "We did MRI," and I had a bunch of nodes in my chest that had kind of spread. I had thyroid the whole time that nobody caught until then. So that's also what caused my weight to blow up so high. So once they finally found it, we got it taken care of, got it handled, got it taken out, and started getting back down and feeling better finally.
Yeah. So what is it like cutting weight? I can imagine that has to be awful cutting weight now, but what is it like compared to back then?
So I've always been a weird one because in addition to that, like my kidneys too, I have that. I've had that since I got diagnosed when I was 13. So they've always been terrible. And it's just a matter of trying to figure out what works and what doesn't. So having one form of it in my kidneys and then getting another form in my thyroid didn't help. But then having to have all the meds now afterwards and then playing with it, trying to get my levels back right, like it was a weird process. Because no one knew how my body was going to react to cutting weight for the first time again after all that time, in addition to all of that. So it's just a got to figure it out kind of process.
Yeah, it's a pretty unique process, like you said. So, what is one thing that you would like to tell Dante if you want to tell him anything before the fight?
I mean, I just appreciate him taking it again. All respect to him. Just like I said about last time, like I didn't. No one knew how I was going to react to having to cut again, and I'm just excited to actually get back after all. I got all the health crap kind of behind me, and I'm glad he took it to give me a chance to be able to get back, put on the show. Hopefully, it'll be a fun one for everybody to watch out for.
You think it's gonna be a? You think you'll get an early finish, or you think it'll be a war?
That either way, I just want to go have fun again, man. So whether we
Okay.
have a war, whether it's an early finish, I just want to have fun.
Okay. And I got one more question for you before I let you go.
Yes, sir.
The last question. This is my first interview, by the way. I'm gonna be working with Fight for. This is my first interview. I'm gonna be asking every fighter this question. If there's one person in the history of the earth that you could fight, who would it be, and how would you beat them?
Sheesh. Yo, that's crazy. Uh, in the history of the earth is wild.
It's one to think about. One to think about.
Man, there's a lot of great warriors in the world in the history of the earth. Ooh, if I had to pick though, I'm gonna go with probably sh- mm, Mansa Musa. I'll go with
Mansa
him.
Musa.
Yeah.
If you beat him, you get to take his money.
No, I would just ask for some knowledge. I
Oh,
wouldn't even
okay.
want to take his money. I'd ask for knowledge.
Okay. How would you how would you finish him? Because I'm assuming you'd finish him, right?
Oh, of course. A submission. You know, I had to, make it to where they knew like I worked my way to it. It won't no lucky punch or nothing like that. Like, yeah, bro, like
Wasn't a fluke.
exactly.
Yeah. So what was your favorite submission? Last one. What's your favorite submission then?
Guillotines.
Guillotines? Okay.
Yeah.
I think you had a couple on your record.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, thank you for taking the time. Uh, that's all I have for you today. I'm gonna be doing a video, promotional video on you versus Dante. So I just wanted to get to know you a little bit more. So
Yes,
thank you.
sir. I appreciate you.
Yes, sir. All right, man. Have a good one.
All right, you too.